So look, he's been there. He's been to the border, and since he took office,
When did he go to the border?
since he took office, the President Biden has been taking action to fix our immigration system and secure our border, and that's why on day one.
Hold on a second. Pump the brakes. Jesus, throwing lie after lie after lie. We're only 20 seconds in here. Our lead story of the day is the Gladiator, Fox News reporter Peter Doocy questioning Karine Jean-Pierre if Joe Biden's going to be going to the border anytime soon since he was invited by Kevin McCarthy. And wait till we get on the question about free speech and censorship and what she has to say about hate speech and misinformation. It should terrify all of you. As always, if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's go ahead and roll the tape.
Thank you, Karine. Kevin McCarthy says that he invited President Biden down to the border. How does the president RSVP? Well, we know the president's never been down to the border. The possible next speaker says that he wants him to go with him, so is he going to?
So look, he's been there. He's been to the border, and since he took office.
When did he go to the border?
Since he took office, the President Biden has been taking action to fix our immigration system and secure our border, and that's why on day one.
Hold on a second. Pump the brakes. Jesus, throwing lie after lie after lie. We're only 20 seconds in here. He hasn't been to the border. I mean, Kamala Harris did the same messaging, and she got called out for it. Going, have you ever been to the border? I've been to the border. We've been to the border. When? You haven't been to the border, lady. Well, I haven't been to Europe either. Y'all remember that clip? This is like version 2.0 of it. And then she's going to say that Joe Biden's trying to fix our immigration system. She has the balls to stand up there and say that. The guy literally has shattered records. There has not been a president in human history since the inception of this country, however way you want to phrase it, that's come close to this man and illegal immigrants coming into our borders or within our borders. This is wild, folks. Bunch of lies just right out of the gate here. Typical, right? Typical.
He put forward an immigration reform, a piece of legislation to deal with what is currently happening at the border. But that we're not seeing that from Republicans. We're not seeing a willingness to work with us on fixing a situation that's been around for decades now. Instead, they're.
Oh my God. Oh, this is you guys. Yeah, I mean, I know some of you are pissed. Some of you are just raging right now. She's going to blame Republicans for this. This is like what her messaging was pre-midterms. But did I not call it? I said pre-midterms, after midterms. It's just all Republicans' fault. Even though it was their doing. We didn't have immigration like this. We didn't have illegal border crossers like they do. You can't make this messaging up. It's so unbelievable. I know I'm repeating myself, but for the love of God, folks, this is the presidency. This is the mouthpiece of the leader of the free world. And this is the stuff they're peddling and pushing.
They're doing political stunts. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to take care of the situation. But in the meantime, the president has secured record levels of funding for the Department of Homeland Security. We have over 23,000 agents working to secure the border. We've taken thousands of smugglers off the streets, and we're cutting down on asylum processing times. And a number of individuals arriving unlawfully from northern Central America and Venezuela is coming down significantly because of the actions that the president has taken.
Okay, on another subject.
There's a reason why I think it was Webster's dictionary came out with like the #1 used word this year, and it was gaslighting. That's exactly what she's doing and has been doing since the dude's taken office. Jen Psaki did it. Joe Biden does it himself, although he's not as gaslighting as others. I mean, when he says he wants to remove fossil fuel, he literally means it because that keeps coming out of his mouth, and then she'll spin it in some way, shape, or form and gaslight us as if he never said it, like as if he doesn't want this to happen, So here's the illegal immigration. Here's the messaging. It's a bunch of foo-foo. Let's continue.
Subject. When are you guys going to delete the White House Twitter account?
Why would we do that?
Well, you're saying that you're keeping an eye on Twitter because it might not be a suitable platform, so why use it?
Look, I want to be very clear here. The president has always said, and he has been very clear in his belief that it is important of social media platforms to continue to take steps to reduce hate speech and misinformation. And will continue to say that. But media platforms make independent choices about their information that they present. And so, look, I don't have anything to share on any policy or any changes that we will be making. We have multiple platforms, as you know, that we utilize to communicate with the American people.
When you say that you're going to be monitoring some of the speech on there, if you see something that you don't like, would you try to shut Twitter down?
So look, when you talk about monitoring, it is, I hate to break it to you, Peter, just like everybody else, we very much monitor the news. We pay close attention to everything that you all are reporting.
This should worry all of you, and this is why I said at the beginning, she doesn't say no. She doesn't say yes either. She doesn't use either. It's an easy answer. It's a layup of a question. The answer is no, we're not going to do that. We're pro-free speech. And it should also terrify you the fact that she's using misinformation as well as hate speech in something that should be censored. I don't like people being mean. I don't like people using racial slurs or being racist or anything like that. I don't like it, but it should be allowed to be said. I'm not for it. There's a lot of people that write crap in the comments below. If you haven't already, leave one down below. It does support the channel. But regardless, there's people that say hateful things to me all the time. Do I think they should be deplatformed and not allowed to write what they want to write? They can write it, whatever, shrug it off and move on. Life goes on. But this should be a problem, folks, because hate speech is whatever they don't like. It's purely subjective. And when you got the government telling you what you can and cannot say, you get into some Orwellian stuff, and it is a snowball effect, folks. And there you go. Free speech is long gone. It only takes some time. And once it's gone, it ain't ever coming back again.
And Twitter's in the news a lot. And so that's what we're paying attention to. We're paying attention to what is in the news and what is being reported on the misinformation that's out there. Let's not forget there's groups like NAACP, the Anti-Defamation League, and the public health leaders have been very vocal about their concerns as well. So yes, we are reading what you all are writing and looking at what you all are reporting about the misinformation that is out there. But, I would hope that all Americans, including social media companies, civil rights organizations I just laid out, including Fox as well, will agree that we need to, call out hate speech and misinformation.
No. Fox News does not agree with that. Americans that believe in free speech don't believe in that. We can call it out, sure, if that's what you mean, of like, hey, that's really hateful, that is wrong. Sure, but it shouldn't be censored, it shouldn't be deplatformed, you shouldn't be throttled down. And she gave an opportunity for Peter Doocy to follow up here, and he missed it. There was a gap, if you saw, between her finishing a sentence and waiting, like, you got anything else? Yeah, how about asking when he visited the border when he was president like you did at the beginning? It was as you're being soft, Peter. You're the gladiator. That was a layup of one going, you won at that point because he hasn't been. You caught her in a lie right there. Utilize that ammo going, hey, what the hell are you talking about? And then how about you have her define what hate speech means? What does Joe Biden, what does the White House determine to be hate speech? Can you give a definition so the American public knows? What you define as misinformation. Be specific for us, please, because you always say that you're clear, and in actuality, she's never clear. In actuality, she never really answers the question, or she just dodges it. Very scary stuff here on the White House. Not saying if they would remove information or do something about it. They were just giving some cockamamie, diarrhea mouth answer, which is what they always do. Unbelievable. Let me know about this one in the comments below, folks, because this is wild. This is crazy. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.